just to sum up what we have done previously, we have printed a statement that says that we are welcome to Coffee Corner, and then we have created a DB adapter, which we can go into this class. It connects to the database, and then we also have a method for disconnecting from the database, and we have our URL to the database, our database name, username and password. So now we want to create the tables we need in our database. So in our DAO package we can create a new class. So just right click and and choose Java class, and we want the Java class to be called Coffee Corner DB implementation. So Coffee Corner DB EMPL, and then OK. Okay, so Coffee Corner database implementation should extend the DB adapter, and this allows us to use the methods in DB adapter in Coffee Corner DB implementation. So if we head back to main, so instead of writing DB adapter, we can now write Coffee Corner DB implementation, Coffee Corner DB equals new Coffee Corner DB implementation, and we can use the Coffee Corner DB.connect, and we can use the Coffee Corner DB.disconnect. Okay, so we can optimize the imports by hitting Ctrl-Alt-O. Okay, so let's go to Coffee Corner DB implementation. We want to create a method for creating the database table. So let's just call it public void create tables. Okay, so what we want to do is to have this coffee menu inside database. So these are products, and we also want to have the prices for these products. So let's try to create that table. So we want to have a stmt, and if you go to DB adapter, we see the stmt is the statement. So stmt equals con, which is the connection, and then create the statement. And we hit this one and hit Alt Enter and surround with try catch. Okay, then we'll create our string SQL, which is the query for the database, and the query is following: create table if not exists products. So we will create the table product if it doesn't exist. Create table if not exists products. Okay. And now we are going to state all the columns in our table. So we want to assign each product a product ID. So we just write product ID, and the product ID is a number, and I want it to be a serial number, so it increases for each product automatically. So here espresso will be number 1, americano number 2, latte number 3, cappuccino number 4, and etc. So let's call it a serial, and we want it to be the primary key, and we have to have it, so we'll write not null. Okay. So the next is the product name. And product name is a varchar, which just means text of 100 characters, and it's also not null. So the product name will of course be espresso, americano, latte, cappuccino, etc. And then we want the product price. And we want that to be a number, so we want it to be a real number, and real is the same as double. And this is it. And now we can actually execute the SQL. So stmt dot execute update SQL, and then we want to close the statement. Okay, so let's try to run this and see if the database tables are created. So head back to main and go for create tables. So it's coffee corner database dot create tables, and this down here was the disconnect. Okay, let's hit run. Okay, and let's go to PG admin. Click on servers, PostgreSQL, databases, coffee corner, schemas, public, tables, products, and then right click and view all rows. And here we see that we have product ID, product name, and product price. So the database is created perfectly. No, I'm sorry, the database tables are created, and the next step will now be to insert data into it and do some cool things with the data. Or a bit typo here. Okay, nice.